All right, guys, let's take a look at the Seiko sbdc115. This was sent in by my buddy Riley, longtime friend in the watch game, Riley. And I'll put a link to Riley's channel. That's right, he has a channel too, right? Seems like everybody I know has a channel. There's a link in the description to Riley's channel. Definitely give it a check it out. He's OG for sure. So here is a look at the watch. And I have to say, something that kind of came to my mind was, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, and you guys can chime in about how long ago it was, depending on when you watch this, I suppose, as well. But the Alpinist that we most often think of when we hear Alpinist from Seiko was the the green with the gold. This handset, actually, the gold cathedral handset, was discontinued, right? There was Alpinist before that, and I mean, come on, guys. We all knew there was going to be Alpinist after that. There was the Blue Limited, and ever since that model was discontinued, as mad as maybe people were with that, or even with the, Blue Limited model, the way that was released and everything like that, a ton of awesome models have been released, including this one. This is a non-inner compass bezel, so there's some other colorways that are more traditional in the Alpinist sense. And there's also these models that are like this. And there's no way Seiko is not going to continue making watches like this. So even if you miss out, if you even want to call that missing out on a certain model, there's always going to be another one. These are home run watches. These are classic, great Seiko watches. And this one here is also in that category. I know it's a new design, and there's going to be some people that are not on board with, the absence of the crown and the inner rotating bezel. And then there's going to be a whole camp of people that are like, thank God that's gone. This is more clean and just an overall better design. So whatever camp you're in, there's a model out there for you. So what has remained, though, is a classic size. This is a 38mm case, 46 lug to lug, non-drilled lugs. So whatever your opinion is on that, but this one's a non-drilled, and 13.3 thick, but that includes that domed sapphire crystal. That's right, it has a sapphire crystal up top, so your demands have been answered there. If you look at the distortion on it, it is not a double dome. I don't know if you guys realize that, but when you have crazy distortion like that, that's a single dome, meaning that the dome is just on the outside and it's flat on the bottom of the crystal. If it was domed on the bottom side of the crystal, then that pretty much eliminates a lot of that distortion. There's videos out there. I'm not going to explain it any more than that. 20mm lug width, bracelet tapers down to 18. This is a nice, clean, classic bracelet. Solid end links. Simple fold-over clasp, milled out center section, stamped metal in the fastener part here with the double pushers, 2 micro adjusts. So pretty standard affair there with Seiko. As you can see, this is still wrapped in the plastic. Still even has the plastic on the back there. That's going to be some sort of mineral or hardlex crystal on the back for the display of that 6R35 movement. Made in Japan. Water resist is 20 bar or 200 meters essentially. And it does have a screw down crown, which again, I know a lot of people are definitely wanting that. So it does have a nice screw down crown, easy to grip. It's a 6.3mm crown with a lot of traction on it because there's small serrations in it, and then there's the larger bits there, so it's easy to operate for its size, for sure. I mean, I would like to see a 7mm crown, but 6.3 is fine. So, and it will hack and hand wind and all that stuff, so no problem there. Let's do a close-up on the dial, because this dial has a little bit more going on than you would think. It has a lot of texture, and it has a green to black color almost radiating out, and then the printed on indices are of like a cream color. There's no lume on those. You can see the lume plots further out on the dial. So we will do a lume. It's it's going to be Seiko, classic Seiko. It's going to have tons of lume, and you have an applied logo there just below the 12, and then that beautiful, I love the cathedral handset that they use on all these models. Big fan of that. Black date wheel with a white print. I would like to see, especially at this price point, I don't know what the retail ends up being, whatever the conversion is on this, because this is a JDM model. 79,200 yen converted, whatever, you guys can do that. But essentially, if you go look on the web right now, snapshot in time, but these can be had for 700 or less, maybe 670 range for brand new. I think that's what Riley said he paid for this one from Seiya, Japan. So, but my point was, Seiko's capable of taking it up a notch. They have plenty of models that are using this movement that have similar tone to the printed on indices. They could match that date wheel. That's fine having a black one with a darker dial like this, but give us the same color tone on that 4 or whatever number you're on. Give us that same color tone as the rest of the indices. I don't know. That's super nitpicking because we have not been that demanding with Seiko. But if the prices are climbing up on the Seiko watches, then our demands should be climbing up as well, I think. Let me know what you guys think. Let me pop this on the wrist real quick. Also, Riley sent over this patch too, and I showed that in the unboxing. He sent me some really cool military stuff, that and a hat and some shirts in the past. So good friend for sure. Let's see here. There we go. There's what it looks like on my 7.25 inch wrist. And because it's kind of a field watch, an explorer type watch, I think this is a good clean classic size for that type of watch. Traditionally I do like the 42 by 50, but that really only works, in my opinion, for me anyway, in like a diver watch. When you go to like more of a field watch where the dial is going to be larger looking, so it's going to present larger on wrist, then the case actually needs to be a little bit smaller. And that's what they've done here, so that's why this watch works on so many different wrists. All right, let's kill the lights. Before I do that, I do want to show, just for kicks, because whether you have this style Alpinist, if we can even call him an Alpinist, or a more of a traditional style Alpinist, to me, I've been doing Seiko-holic type activity for a long time. To me, this is such a clean classic combo right here. An Alpinist and an SKX. Whatever colorway, whatever model you want to pick, or if it's modded or something like that. This is just a 1-2 punch right here that is just perfect if you're a Seiko-holic for sure. All right, let's kill the lights and check the lume on this thing, and then we'll close it out. So there you have it. You know what? That's actually kind of a cooler blue looking, not the traditional green that we see from Seiko. So that's actually kind of refreshing. That's different. So you have the cooler blue lume from Seiko on this guy. Well done. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Riley, for sending this over. I'll catch you guys on the next vid.